Well, hello friends. Welcome back to another episode of Watch Me Struggle. Today's video is going to be on how to achieve your best wash and go yet while you're doing this no oil and butter thing. If you're new here, we've been testing this no oil and no butter thing on our natural hair, on my natural hair for the past month. And yes, just like you, I never thought I would put down my oils and butters. Girl, I love me some shea butters for years. And part of me still feels like I miss her. You know, let's not act brand new. But we're doing something new, and one of the styles that they highly recommend when you're doing the no oil and butter is the wash and go. But we all know a wash and go is more like a wash and work. Wash and be confused. Wash and disappointment. I've done 4 wash and goes over the past month, and one thing that I've learned is that wash and goes are complicated. Theoretically speaking, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but somehow it all doesn't translate as effortlessly as people on the internet say. Basically, what I'm trying to say is getting the product / water / skills ratio properly is very difficult, and I'm still learning that myself. But what I know in theory, I am going to share that with you today. Anyways, I've done a lot of research on this no oil, no butter thing, and I actually posted 3 videos on this already. So I will link them in the cards and down below. I think you should watch them because it's very important for you to actually understand how this works. Otherwise, if you're trying to do this and doing all of the wrong things, you can cause more harm than good to your beautiful natural hair. So without further ado, let's get started with this wash and go video. But before we do so, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, girl, and the bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. Also follow me on Instagram where I share day to day what's going on with my hair, how it's feeling, all of that good stuff. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then follow me on Instagram. Wash and go. Now, this isn't something that you're going to get overnight because there is a long learning curve when it comes to this style. I know the name implies that you are going to wash your hair and go, but this could not be any further from the truth. And I mean, with this method, the way that things are supposed to go, it should be nice and short. It should take you about an hour or 2, but it has taken me 3 hours so far, and that is my best time yet. So let's get right into it. Today is wash and go day. And I woke up and chose violence because I have a meeting in 1 hour. And I'm hoping to do all of this within an hour. So putting myself on a timer is probably gonna force me to be really quick in the shower. And it's interesting because I'm filming it and you will see how far an hour can go. But I need to get out of the shower for sure in an hour. I can come back, but I need to get out in an hour. Products that we're gonna be using, the Ouidad Ultra Nourishing Shampoo. I actually really like this one. We have AG Boost, a favorite when it comes to this method. The very popular Uncle Funky. Innersense I Create Hold. I also have a red towel comb. Actually, I have this because I wanna show you guys my scalp before I hop in the shower. A few clips to keep myself organized, as well as brush with the best. So my hair is 8 days post wash day. So this area right here is feeling a little bit more dehydrated than over here. I added too much product here, so she is still feeling kind of good, but I can tell that my hair needs some water. It's not extremely dry though, but mind you, I literally haven't re-moisturized my hair all week. Yes, all week. Anyway, so this is what she looks like. I just want to look at my scalp. My hair did start to itch a little bit. I want to say around day 7. Yesterday, yeah. Yesterday, it started itching. And what I'm realizing with my scalp, it's getting better every week. So the first week, I think it started itching around day 5. Second week, day 6. And now we're looking at day 7. So this is my scalp. Okay, we have a little bit of flaking. I'm gonna put on a timer and get in the shower. All right, so here I am in the shower. I like to make sure that my hair is nice and wet before we start with shampooing. Mind you, we did not section our hair, so I'm very skeptical about this part. I don't particularly love washing my hair without sectioning it first, but I typically go in and try to make sure that I get the product on my scalp. So I try to gently separate my hair, and also separating really helps later on down the line. You'll see that I spend some time really make sure that I can separate my hair during the shampoo. And of course, we have to make sure that our scalp is clean. This is something that we typically shy away from as natural. We avoid washing our hair, we avoid that strip feeling that we can get from shampoos. So we shy away from it. So with this method, I've really been listening to what people are saying, which is washing our hair, washing our scalp. So here I am, like I said, separating my hair while I have the shampoo. And I think that is very key if you have tightly, coily, 4C hair. Otherwise, I don't see how I'm going to be able to detangle my hair down the line, okay? Here I am again doing it on the other side. I really just spent some time gently separating the hair. And you know, with shrinkage, our hair likes to marry one another. So I have to go in and just divorce all around. So sorry, but we did not approve of these marriages. They gotta go. Again, making sure that my scalp is clean, making sure that my hair is clean, and we rinse. So with the water in my hair as I rinse, it makes it even easier for me to, you know, separate the strands. So I make sure to do that. I take full advantage. If I can separate my hair, I will separate. So we're going in with a second shampoo. Yes, girl, you heard that right. This is not a typo. This shampoo is really good at lathering and really just conditioning your hair, which is why I like it. It helps when it comes to separating my strands as well. So yes, I take advantage. I separate. Just a little emphasis on how I separate my hair. So now I don't want this video to be too long, but I also want you to see what I do, because I know a lot of us are concerned, especially when it comes to washing our hair and not washing in sections. It's a concern of mine. Like I said, I don't particularly love it, but I spend a lot of time, as you can see here, separating my hair, just going through and separating big chunks. I'm not really trying to finger detangle thoroughly yet, although we are going to get into it. But I'd like to make sure that at least there's some separation before we go and rinse the shampoo out. Moving on with AG Boost. Now, AG Boost is one of those conditioners that is highly loved, raved about when it comes to this. And I can see why. She smells great. She has this foamy characteristics to it where she just melts in your hair. I definitely recognize a few key ingredients here. You know, when we talk about shea butter, I can sense her when she is around, and I can definitely feel the butter in this conditioner because she feels lovely. Thank God for this conditioner, especially when we're washing and we're not washing in sections. She definitely helps just melt in our hair, melt away some of the tangles. It's a lot easier to go and separate your hair with this conditioner as well. So like I told you, girl, I take full advantage. We spend some time separating, we spend some time just caring for our hair, because washing without sectioning first is no joke. I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to my hair, there is a reason why I did it before, and there is a reason why I will go back to it, okay? You didn't hear it from me, but we're going to modify this if we continue. In any case, here I am in real time. I like to show you what I do. This is how I do it, but let's go. Boom, 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 bah, detangling. When it comes to detangling, you already know I gotta keep my sanity. No way, Jose, will I go in and detangle my hair without sectioning it first. So I typically work in 4 big sections, and I further break them down into 2 sections. And I finger detangle. You heard that right. I am not gonna go with a comb on my delicate hair without, you know, finger detangling first. Once I'm satisfied with finger detangling, that is when we invite Felicia over to have a cup of tea. The Felicia Leatherhood brush is a dream. We love it. But you know, we gotta finger detangle first. And I really make sure that my hair is thoroughly detangled, you know what I mean? Especially if I'm going to be in and out of wash and goes. The worst thing that you want is to have a bunch of, I don't know, locks in your hair. So yeah, I make sure that my hair is thoroughly detangled. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit. I don't want to sit here for too long before you click off this video. I have 2.5 seconds to hold your attention. It's important to know that each section that I thoroughly detangle, I put it in the twist. That is right. I don't want my hair to tangle back up. And my time was up. That, ladies and gentlemen, was about 40 minutes. I had to get out of the shower for my meeting. So the shower cap came on, not because I'm deep conditioning or anything like that, but because I had to look presentable for my meeting. So we tossed on a head wrap. Back to this. Thoroughly rinsing out the conditioner. You don't want to leave any type of conditioners in your hair. You want to rinse it out, because sis had already did her job. We gotta let her go, and her job as a conditioner is to close your cuticles, and she really does feel lovely. Look at this bounce back. I know you see it. Rinsing it out, And before I go in with Uncle Funky, I make sure that my hair is thoroughly wet, okay? She is soaking wet, and I know a lot of people are like, Jen, use more water. Well, yes, Jen is using a lot of water. Boom. 2 pumps of Uncle Funky, and make sure that you do not drop any of it because each pump costs about $4. So for the Uncle Funky, I'm working in 2 sections. We're gonna start at the ends of my hair first, making sure that I work the product through and that they are nicely coated. And then we're gonna move up a little bit and go ahead with a few pumps of Uncle Funky once again. There we go, boom, boom, squeeze that through. More Uncle Funky, and we're moving up to our roots now. And now it's very hard to understand or know how much products do I use, how many pumps, when do I know it's enough, but the consensus is that you want to make sure that your hair is coated with Uncle Funky. And you know what that means? It means that you got to open that bad boy up to make sure that you can get the products all through and through. So here we are, we're going to keep coating our hair with the products. I'm separating, I'm adding more, okay? And Uncle Funky for the most part feels really nice on your hair. Once you're satisfied and you think that you have it all over, then you need to add more water. Your hair needs to be soaking wet, okay? Wet, and has to be heavy with water. So once I get the gel in, I go in and make sure that I get some more water into my strands, and I look through to make sure that she is coated, that she is heavy, that she is wet. And you know, she could be a little bit more wet. That was my thought process. The thoughts in my head told me to add more water, so guess what I did? Boom, I went back under the water. We added some more, and when I let it go, you can tell that she's even heavier, but I still don't know, so I went with more water. Apparently when in doubt is add more water. So I added more water. I also went in with a little bit more Uncle Funky on top of the water that I added, because once you add the water, I kind of feel like I'm just stripping away some of the products. So I added some back, and boom, more water, squish that through. You really want to make sure that your hair is just at this stage, water and product is your best friend. Just water and product, okay, girl? And here, that's what I did. Cool. Now you can see that my hair is heavy, and by the look on my face, I'm highly satisfied with my work. Moving on to the next section, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, I'm mindful of how long this video is going to be, so I'm going to fast forward through this a little bit, but just know that I've done basically the same thing. Just add a lot of products, making sure that my hair is coated, separate the section, and keep adding more products to make sure that, you know, you have the gel everywhere. In my last video, I talked about the misconceptions of this, you know, method, and one of them is that not all gels are created equal. And this gel honestly feels lovely. She is soft, she is nourishing, she's hydrating. You can tell, at least for me, she doesn't really have much hold, so it doesn't feel like I'm adding a gel. When we think about the definition of gels, it doesn't feel like that at all. As you can tell, my hair has a bunch of movement. She's wet, she's heavy, she's moving, she's flowing. Gels are not what we thought they were. In any case, there we are. There is no such thing as not enough water, apparently. You just gotta keep adding water, and that's what I do. Once I'm satisfied that my hair is heavy enough, coated with products, and also wet, then we're gonna wrap things up. And I do this part outside of the shower. Last time I did it in the shower, and it was a lot quicker, but this time around I really wanted to see what I was doing to make sure that this wash and go turned out really good. So we're going in with I Create Hold. This is a gel by Innersense. This one is supposed to give you, guess what? More hold. Also, it's supposed to add more weight to your hair so that it gives you a bit more length. Is that the case for me though? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I can't really speak on that yet. But I add the Innersense on the outside, and then I separate my hair and go on the inside and try to define my hair. Now, this is the part, do you shingle? Do you rake through? Do you smooth? I don't know. I kind of feel like I do a combination of all three at this point. So I wasn't really confident with what I did on the first side of my hair. So I'm actually going to show you what I did here instead. So I'm going in with I Create Hold, and you want to coat the outside of your hair with this gel. You don't want to use it as you did with Uncle Funky. I Create Hold will have a ton of hold, and some people say that it's on the drier side, so you want to be careful on how much you use. So I went ahead and coat the outside of my hair first, and as I went and moved on the inside, I added more gel as needed. One thing that I noticed with I Create Hold and Uncle Funky when they do mix it creates this tangly feel towards the ends of your hair, so it's not as easy to separate your hair and rake the gels through. And I read up on it online, and some people say if that happens, to add a little bit more I create hold, and that should help, and it did. But I just felt like my hair wasn't technically tangled, it just felt that way. So when you are going in to define your hair, you're going to have to spend some time separating your hair first before you're able to rake your fingers through. I went ahead and separated my hair to do this, and as you can see here, I go and separate the hair first, like I said, before I'm able to just rake the products through, just because it's a lot easier that way. I don't know what it is with Uncle Funky and I Create Hold that just makes your hair feel like it's tangled, but really it isn't. So once I'm able to go through and separate the hair and rake the products through, my hair ended up being a lot more defined. The curls were more separated. So I felt like I found a good little dance when it came down to doing the wash and go. I don't want to fast forward through this part too much, because getting the wash and go down, this part is so important. Getting the products, water, and skill level down pack is what's going to make or break your wash and go. So I don't want to fast forward through it too much. I want this video to be more educational than entertaining, although, you know, we want to be entertained too. But I just want to show you exactly what I do. I really just take the time to, first of all, work in sections. When I separate my hair, it's a lot easier for me to see what's going on with my roots, for example. So back there, you really can't tell. So once I have a section in, then I can really see if my roots have enough products, if I need to separate my hair more. I'm able to see that a lot better when I work in sections. So sections works best for me there. And what I do is really take my time to separate the hair first and then rake the products through. And from there, my hair just clumps naturally, and I just let it clump wherever it wants to. Again, working in sections and kind of squishing the products through my roots, just because I have enough products in my hair. I don't feel like I need to add more products to my roots. But if I'm unable to get my fingers through, I will add a little bit more I Create Hold. Although, looking back, I kind of wish I didn't, because I Create Hold is a bit more on the drying side, and my hair felt a lot softer last week than it did this week. And I used less I Create Hold last week. So yeah, just going through and defining and really just separating the hair, raking the products through, working in sections. And my hair looks really good. She felt really good. She was really defined. You can really see these curls pop. And look at this. My hair just looks really defined. It looks really good. So once I felt like I got the dance right on the one side of my head, I went ahead and did the same thing on the other side. Separated my hair, worked the products through, and this is what my hair looks like. It looks really good. I'll give you a 360. I always have this weird part down the middle of my hair, so I actually made sure to kind of like move the hair so it didn't stay that way. But yeah, it looks really, really good. And don't worry about all the products. Your hair will actually dry pretty clear. So I didn't shake my hair per se, but I just did this little, I don't know what you call this, but that's what I did. Alright, so I think we're done. I think, y'all, if you can see my bathroom right now. Okay, how come nobody talks about how messy this process is, huh? No one's gonna say nothing? No one? Okay, I think we're done. And right now I'm just gonna sit under the dryer, and you know what? I'll be back in like an hour and a half, 2 hours, who knows? Look at my bathroom. So yeah, do a wash and go. It's gonna be quick and fast. I literally have like glob of products, I don't know if you can see it, and hair all over the place. All over the place. I sat under the dryer for about an hour and like 10 minutes. The outside of my hair is fairly dry. The inside, definitely not. The roots, definitely not. That's typically what the wash and go for me starts like. Let's get into this definition and shine. Right there, it seems like there's some products right there. But yeah, this is what we're working with. I'll give you a 360. So overall today was about 3 hours. I I don't see this getting any faster for me. So shampoo and conditioning was about 20 minutes. Detangling was about 20 minutes. The whole, you know, gel application and whatever was about, was that an hour? I guess that was about an hour. And then I sat under the dryer for an hour. Almost three hours. This is not a quick process. I don't know how you guys do it. If you have as much hair as I do and the same length and you're able to do this in like an hour, please let me know. I'm not a huge fan of my hair like in this cast, like down like this. You guys know I actually really love it when my wash and go just kind of like evolves over the week and it looks a bit more messy. I'm not chasing curls. I'm not trying to get my hair super defined. I kind of feel like that is one area in this whole method that I don't like. The fact that hydration seems to be equated to curls. You know what I'm saying? Like we're chasing curls in a sense, and I don't particularly appreciate that about this whole method. But yeah, there's a few things I don't like about this. That has to be a whole video in itself, like pros and cons. Yeah, my hair feels good though. She is definitely not as sticky as last time. My hair was so sticky, and this time around it's definitely not sticky. So I appreciate that. Over here seems like it's a little bit less defined. Not that it's less defined, like I have chunks. Separate those before they dry. Although they say not to do that. I am causing frizz. I'm ruining my style. Stop it, Jennifer. Stop. She's not stopping. She's a maniac. Oh my god, I almost didn't show you guys my hairball. It's like the most important part. This is why you're here. You want to see if my hair is falling apart or not. There she is. Okay, listen girl. My hairballs, it's basically what it used to be. I don't have a bunch of breakage. I don't have a bunch of shedding. If you watch my channel and you've been watching my channel, you know that this is very usual for me. And I picked up every single strand of hair that fell just to really track this, because when I go back, I want to make sure I have this all documented. It's not even for you, it's for me. So yeah, there she is. This is the hairball. I'm like, she's kind of giving. Wait a minute, I just peeped myself. She's giving. I don't know, let her dry and like fluff her out a little bit. Look at all this definition I have with frizz. It's not so bad. It's good, it's good. It's a little later. It is now 10:30 and my hair is still not dry. But she kind of cute though, sis. Yeah, she's giving me tight curls. I could use a cut or like a shape, you know? She's kind of cute. She is not 100% dry yet. There is no such thing when it comes to these wash and goes. It takes a while, sis. It takes a while. There's a reason why they tell you to start in the morning. This is probably my best one yet. Every single time I do it, I say the same thing. It's funny, like I'm excited to disrupt the whole thing to make it look all crazy, but it's just gonna happen naturally, to be fair. When I go to bed, put on my bonnet, that's what happens. She just does whatever overnight, and during the day, the next day, I can really mess it up. Oh, and I should say, this time around, I can definitely feel like I have more hold. I guess that's why it's called I Create Hold. I see what they were trying to do. Okay. I create hold. I did. I created hold. Now, this isn't something that you're going to get overnight. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes patience. It takes a lot of learning, and it takes some skills, I think, to master the wash and go. I should call it the wash and know. And know stands for knowledge. You say, no? Okay. In any case, I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that if you are doing this method, that this helps you out a little bit. I still don't feel like I've mastered the wash and go, but this is my 4th time doing it. And every time that I do, I feel like it's getting a little easier, but it's really hard to understand what your hair is supposed to feel like, how much water you're supposed to have in your hair, how much products, when to add more products, when to not, when to use a different topper. There are so many different moving parts when it comes to this, so I don't feel confident yet in terms of mastering the wash and go. However, my hair looks pretty good today. I would like to say this is day 2 of the wash and go. The very first day that I did it, sat under the dryer for about an hour like I told you guys, and let it air dry after that. When it came time to go into bed, I just stuffed my hair in a bonnet. Says yes I did, and I left her in the bonnet the next day. Today I took out my bonnet and I really just like messed it up and, you know, got it to be how I wanted her to look. So I usually try to mess it around and get her to be, you know, to give me this effortlessly 4C goodness look. That's what I like, and that's what I do with my hair. Of course, if you don't like this look, then you can try to preserve the way that your wash and go looks right after the shower or right after the dryer. That is it for this video. The next video, which is going to be on Wednesday, is actually going to be a live where I'm going to show you how you can style your wash and go so you don't feel like you're wearing just one style all of the time. So it's going to be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. and I hope to see you there. And then after that, we also need to talk about how I feel about my hair after doing the detox for a whole month, right? So we still have a lot to talk about, and we're gonna continue to talk about it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. If you find that this series is helpful, go ahead and share it with someone, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.